Ladies and gentlemen, let me invite to the podium the newly appointed Chief Operations Officer at Boxing South Africa, Mandla Ntlanganiso.
Mandizibulisele kumntu wonke lapha ekhaya, ndiqale kusapho lakwaMateza, izihlobo, izalamane, izikhulu zalapha kwa SABC, nawo wonke umuntu omkhulu okhoyo lapha ngaphakathi. Ndizothi all protocol observed kutshiwo kapha eSouth Africa. Andizobamde. Andazi ba ndizoqala kweliphi icala. Kodwa ke mna ndiyena nethamsanqa lokuthi ndisebenze noBradumza. Bendimbiza Bradumza. Si-appointwe noBradumza ngo-2011 kwi-board ye-Boxing South Africa by the then Minister of Sports, Umbalula. The younger Razzmatazz, the original Razzmatazz, nguBradumza. That's the real Razzmatazz esiyaziyo. Le kambax intsha ithi qinguku. Sisevile noBradumza very, very well under the stewardship of uTata uNgcondeleni Gqubommame as the chairperson of the board. UBradumza was not only as a commentator, yes, sport. He's also an administrator, UBradumza. Ngoba uke wanikwa as an acting CEO ku-National Boxing Control Commission, where he was responsible for the transition from the old commission to the newly introduced Boxing Act of 2001. So Bradumza played a very critical role there to make sure that boxing move from the old act is to a new Boxing Act, a Boxing South African Act. He was very instrumental in terms of developing this act to Bradumza. During my tenure naye uBradumza, ndisebenze naye kakhulu ngoba besiserva kwi-subcommittee ye-board ekuthiwa yi-sanctioning committee. Yonke i-fight enibonayo eTVini ekhoyo i-approve yi-sanctioning committee. uBradumza ke was the chair of that committee. And what is amazing of Bradumza is that the detail that he had about each and every boxer, even boxers that are unrated, uBradumza will have vast knowledge about those boxers. uBradumza would even give you the amateur history of that boxer. Ungayazi ukuthi, where did he get this information? It's true that uBradumza was a researcher. He did not go to any meeting unprepared. Yonke meeting abe attend uBradumza to make sure prepared, because information ebekunika yona in each and every sport seluncokola nje naye in general. He was one of the persons ebesazi sport i-date nexesha nalapho ibidlala khona lo match. He was one of the persons nyani isport ebesithanda. Lo mama usuka apha uthethile Chawe ethetha ngequality. Radio in general, the quality of commentary, the quality of broadcasting, I think is taking a dip. I don't know what can be done in order to maintain or surpass the standard ebesikade sikhona in the past. Ngoba nowadays, it's very rare that you will get abantu that are shining stars, like Dumile, that you can mention. Ngoba wonke umuntu othetha apha uthetha ngentoba he was really a superstar in what he was doing. It's something that we need to look at as a country. In almost everything that we do nowadays, the quality is dwindling. It's something that we need to look at. Ndithetha ngeboxing le ndikuyo currently, that Ndinganthobela the Rose. You were the ones who brought boxing to be where it was. But nowadays, the quality of boxing is going down. What is happening in South Africa nowadays? It's the question to the young people that are in leadership. It's the question to the young people that are athletes to see ingxaki iphi going forward. Dumile ke was one of the persons that xa udebata naye, you must be sure of your story. Otherwise, uzokrazula Dumile. You don't just debate nonala ungasazi story sakho on any topic. You need to make sure indoba le topic ungenana kuyo no Dumile, you are well versed on what you are talking about. These are the skills that we need to learn as the younger generation. Ngoba kuthi kulula uveske ungene endaweni or ungene entweni ube ungenayo the vast knowledge yalento kuyo. Preparedness in whatever that you do. Those are basic skills. They were not fully trained journalists, but the quality that they produced in their time, no Putlunga, it's out of this world. But now we've got fully trained people for 4 years, 5 years in a university, but still the quality does not even come close to what was done by our veterans. It's something that we need to look at. Dumile ke a multi-linguist. Very rare that you can get someone. Ngoba ucommandate, I believe that it's not just an easy job. But you do it perfectly in English, you do it perfectly in Afrikaans, you do it perfectly in isiXhosa. It's a rare talent that we had. Dumile, once again, Walking Sports Encyclopedia. I believe everyone is saying that. Akho sport ebengasazi, akho umuntu ebengamazi, andazi besenza njani. Ingathi unebhati naveske ayicofe, uveske kurane nje i-information, ngoba some of us, you just need to go to Google first. But Dumile, it was easy for him to just give you the history and the profile of that particular boxer or any athlete. Decorated, flamboyant commentary. Ciao. Very rare, singafumana abantu who can surpass that standard nowadays. Dumile did that excellently. He was not only a broadcaster, but he was a giant in broadcasting. Young at heart, Dumile. I liked kakhulu ke eza sessions there after meetings. Inguye noba uNgconde, hey, those were lovely sessions. Umvecule ehlabela Dumile. Alandela uba uNgconde kuculwe apha kube mnandi. Because he was young at heart. He used to say, let's work hard, but again, let's play very hard. So that sizokwazi ujela siyi-team. Because if you don't gel, it's going to be even very difficult intoba nikwazi uresolve i-challenges eninazo apha ekomitini. Once again, thina nowadays, kwiikomiti esikuzo Chawe, kwimibutho esikuyo, sibethana nangezitulo. But Dumile, you will differ with him, but after the meeting, he will continue with a smile. Because it was not only about the personalities, it was the issues on the table that had to be dealt with. Kodwa nowadays, sileqana ngezankembe, because we can't resolve issues in a boardroom situation. It's something that we need to look at. The wisdom that Dumile had, and I know ba ebe busy ngencwadi yesiXhosa, a researcher into zonongqawuse. He was very, very profound kwinto zesintu. Andazi ke ba iyophelela phi mhlambi ke konyana they need to take over in terms of finishing la msebenzi bewenza. Ngoba he was not only kwindaba yesport ebesithanda isintu nophuhliso labantu abamnyama, and his heart was very close to the poor. SABC oBradumza thina sibazi sibancinci, sibamamele radioweni, sibabona kumabonakude. Nowadays asisayiboni i-boxing kumabonakude. Mhlawumbe ukhona uBradumza okhulayo safufusayo, kodwa xa amanqindi singazowabona on national television, public broadcaster, kufuneka xa kuzodlala ifight, Mr. Williams, kuba una DSTV, funeka uhambe uye kwaMeza. Ifight ngelo xesha ziqala ngo-3 ekuseni, ziqala ngo-10 ebusuku. Where is our national broadcaster to make sure that the sport of the poor, boxing, is seen live on TV? Where is the national broadcaster, the sport that produced the likes of Ndwendwela Ntobela, former world champions, Welcome Ncita, Jacob Matlala, Tep Makhathini, besibabone TV. Us as young people, we were inspired to see the rose of Soweto. We came into boxing. We are now administrators of boxing. Through that influence, what is it to be done going forward? Boxing SA is a public institution. SABC is a public institution. And I hope that going forward, something positive is going to come. However, Winston Churchill, pessimists sees a difficulty in every challenge, whilst optimists sees an opportunity in every challenge. And I hope Mamuochela, nesigqeba sakho, this challenge that we are having, this impasse of a dwindling sport in South Africa will be an opportunity to change the status, to be the game changers. And the partnership with SABC is the only way that will take us forward. South Africa is not short of talent. South Africa has got talent in each and every sport. You can even bring a foreign sport that we don't know called basketball. But you can go to Alexandra today. It will take you 6 months to get proper athletes who can compete internationally. Kwenzeke ntoni in South Africa? This is an opportunity kwisigqeba sakwa SABC. Nathi bantu be-boxing silungise okwethu ukuhlala. Ngoba akekho umuntu ozosimamela izinto zethu zingahambi ngendlela. Compliance, compliance, compliance. Corporate governance at the highest peak, so that SABC nayo azokwazi usithatha serious. Sponsors, I'm sure, ready. Zisijongile into yoba senzani at this particular stage. Kodwa if siyakwazi ulungisa ukuhlala to take this country forward, sport, social cohesion. Sport, one of the major programs that can take us forward when it comes to social cohesion. Why sport is taking a back seat nowadays? I know there's a lot of competition out there. There's entertainment that has engulfed our societies. There's no longer proper activities in our schools. School sport is dead, particularly in the African schools. For your child to get involved in sport, which Bradumza was so much passionate about, kufuneka umthathe umse esikolweni sabantwana abamhlophe. Ngoba kwezethu izikolo akukho kwa ifield le yodlala. That's South Africa for you. What is it that we are going to do? Senior sport administrators who are charged to make sure that the sport goes forward. But nowadays, izinto zibuyele emva. Let us be optimistic. Let us not be pessimists. Let's work together to take this country forward. Uyabulela uChama. Enkosi.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Mandla Ntlanganiso, thank you so much, Mandla. Let's give him another big round of applause. Okay, we're going to try and move a bit faster now. This passion, Mateza, to make sure that we have a in one editorial meeting, our top sport is saying top sport with Abo Martin Locke and Nababantu. By the way, Ubrapet is here, Pet Mahumo, why had a blow by blow Abba, and Tabile Mabaso, also ex-facility coordinator at Henley Studios, is here. And at one editorial meeting, those editorial meetings, as in Balegela to Mateza, Mafani Fnegoze with editorial meetings, chaps, because Paya, we check the terminologies of various sports. When you score in rugby, it's a try. When you score in football, it's a goal. When you score in boxing, it's a point. When you score in cricket, it's a run. It's very important that you don't confuse Ezozi into chap. And so he had an opportunity to make a presentation, and then the presentation is bilingual, and one old manish white chap would say, sorry, Mr. Chairman, sorry to interrupt. I hear Mr. Mateza over there. He keeps saying pressure power, pressure power. What is this nonsense about pressure power? Mateza says, no, Mr. Chairman, the chap doesn't understand. It's not pressure power, it's pressure power, meaning over there in Xhosa. I in Xhosa, in Xhosa. Means over there in Xhosa.